mystery surrounds the high-security lab at the Wuhan Institute of Virology that handles the world's most dangerous pathogens, making it the target of conspiracy theories about the origin of the virus.
China's Batwoman has a lot of explaining to do here. Reports say the Wuhan lab had access to some 22,000 virus samples and sequences. 22,000 samples. And all of these have now been taken offline.
So it really makes you wonder why they would feel so comfortable hiring people from CNN, from the West, from the BBC. And it's because they know that they're not going to criticize the Chinese Communist Party because the evidence is the work that they've done for their former outlets. I'd even add one more name in there, an individual by the name of Jonah Kessel, who used to actually be, or is currently serving as the director of cinematography over at the New York Times, but he actually used to work for China Daily. He did their entire website redesign back in 2010. He actually used to tweet about how much he loved working for the Chinese Communist Party until we exposed his tweets. He ended up deleting all them. But there really is a concerning relationship between a lot of Western media outlets and their Chinese Communist Party counterparts.
After multiple attempts to deceive the world about his connections with China's Wuhan lab, which has been accused of being the place of origin of the coronavirus, some astonishing facts have finally come forward to prove the infamous Dr. Anthony Fauci actually has a lot to do with the release of COVID-19 to the world. The discovery was made after Natalie Winters, an investigative reporter at the National Pulse, uncovered a confidential clause within a contract between Chinese Wuhan Institute of Virology and Galveston National Laboratory of the University of Texas Medical Branch. And what makes this confidential clause so explosive is that the Galveston National Laboratory is a division of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, headed by none other than Dr. Anthony Fauci. The evidence became more clear when Natalie read Section 16 of the contract. Here's what it said. All cooperation and exchanges, documents, data, details, and materials shall be treated as confidential information by the parties. The confidentiality obligation shall be applicable throughout the duration of this MOU and after it has been terminated. The party is entitled to ask the other to destroy and/or return the secret files, materials, and equipment without any backups. Now, it should be noted this is not just an agreement. There was something dangerous going on for which they agreed not to share the information even to the government of the United States about what they were doing. If you check the last statement again, it clearly states about empowering each party to destroy the secret files or anything related to files without any opportunity of creating a backup for it. Now, there is another investigation I want to tell you about involving James LeDuc, a lab director of the Galveston National Laboratory. LeDuc warned the top bat coronavirus researcher at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, Shisheng Li, who is also known as the Batwoman, about the possibility of the U.S. investigating the lab regarding its role in developing the coronavirus. The discovery was made through the emails shared between the two labs recovered by the activist group Judicial Watch under the Freedom of Information Act. The emails showed that on the April 16, 2020, David Franz, who was the former commander of the U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Disease, heard from someone close to Senator Rubio discussing the possibility of an investigation into the Wuhan lab for being the origin of COVID-19. Soon David Franz warned LeDuc about the action, and then LeDuc went on to warn the infamous Batwoman, Shisheng Li. The emails also revealed that in 2006, LeDuc received around 32 grants from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, headed by Dr. Anthony Fauci. Natalie Winters concluded her investigation by stressing that social media fact-checkers play a massive role in the distribution of fake news in the world. For example, pharmaceutical company Pfizer was funding Facebook's fact-checking partner, and another well-known fact-checker was actually being funded by China-owned TikTok. She said no company that's receiving funding from TikTok could be a neutral arbiter in terms of the origins of COVID-19. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.